I think the biggest story first though is Kristi Noem getting fired, head of DHS. The head of the Department of Homeland Security losing her job, being fired by Trump, is a big deal. I think it's a victory of sorts, a very tiny victory, because they're just going to replace her with somebody else that, she already
they replaced her already.
Yeah, and he's just as bad. He's a former MMA fighter. He's not looking for quality here.
Oh my God, bro, he don't.
What, he gonna just get his people or something?
You know what he do?
Yeah.
As long as you are going to do what he says, you in. You got it. I don't give a fuck if your last job Chick-fil-A. You are hired.
Or KFC.
He don't give a shit. And it's not even any shame. It's no shame about it or nothing. It's just like, yeah, that's my nigga. He's hired.
Right. And an
address that's registered for this company. Do you know where that address is?
Is there a problem with this contract?
I'll tell you about it.
According to
Madam
law,
Secretary, the
by
address is registered to a political operative. Madam Secretary, the company, and then I'll give you an opportunity to respond. The company is registered to a political operative in Virginia. Do you know, just by way of example, whether this company that received $143 million in taxpayer dollars, has it ever done work for the government before?
I don't know. I can't.
The answer is it has not. And do you know why we know that? Because it was incorporated 8 days before this contract went out.
Oh, shit.
You want the American people to believe that this is all above board?
Yes,
that $143 million of taxpayer money just happened to go to this one company that doesn't have a headquarters, doesn't have a website, has never done work for the federal government before, and is registered apparently or attached to a residence from a political operative. And of course, one of the subcontractors of that contract, as you know, is a political firm that's tied to you back when you were governor of South Dakota. The reason why I ask these questions is that this is taxpayer money.
I got one more clip. This is my man right here. This one right here. Cue up the ether beat.
How do you square that concern for waste, which I share, with the fact that you have spent $220 million running television advertisements that feature you prominently?
Sir, the president tasked me with getting the message out to the country and to other countries where we were seeing the invasion come from, with putting commercials out that told them that if they were in this country illegally, that they needed to leave, or we would detain them and remove them, and they'd not get the chance to come back to America the right way. That has been extremely effective.
Ask you to run these advertisements, is that right?
We had that conversation, yes, before I was put in this position and sworn in and confirmed, and since then as well.
Okay. Did you bid out those service contracts?
Yes, they did. They went out to a competitive bid, and career officials at the department chose who would do those advertising commercials.
And the people that you ended up picking were people who had formerly done your political work back in South Dakota, is that right?
No, that's not correct, sir.
I think it is.
No, it's not, sir. The individuals who, I believe the careers who they chose were two different media firms. There's been conversation about their subcontractors, but we have no legal authority to look into subcontractors on work like that.
Okay. And you're saying that you're testifying that President Trump approved this ahead of time? Is that my understanding?
We had conversations about making sure that we were telling people.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt, but the president approved ahead of time you spending $220 million running TV ads across the country in which you are featured prominently.
Yes, sir. We went through the legal processes, did it correctly.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
He did. Yes.
He got her to say it, and that's her job.
He got her
One
to say
thing, Senator,
it.
I think would be helpful to know is how effective that communication has been.
Cleanup time now. Sorry.
Well, they were effective in your name recognition.
It's a long clip. I'm letting it play.
I mean, I personally just, I mean, to me, it puts the president in a terribly awkward spot.
That's a great way to word that.
And I'm not saying you're not telling the truth. It's just hard for me to believe, knowing the president, as I do, that you said, Mr. President, here's some ads I've cut, and I'm going to spend $220 million
Sheesh.
running them, that he would have agreed to that. I don't think Russ Vogt at OMB would have agreed to that. It's something we have to defend. I'm on the Appropriations Committee. My research shows that you did not bid them out, that you in fact, one of the people you picked, the strategy group, Safe America Media was a company formed 11 days before you picked them, and that the strategy group got most of the money, and the head of that is married to your former spokesperson. Look, we all have friends who are qualified. I'm put one with that.
Most of us.
It troubles me. A fifth to a quarter of $1 billion of taxpayer money when we're scratching for every penny and we're fighting over rescission packages. I just can't agree with Madam Secretary. Are you still running those ads?
No, Senator, I did not have anything to do with picking those contractors. I know politicals at the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, I asked you something, lady.
Are you
Career
still running?
officials
Young lady,
follow
you hear
the
me?
competitive bid process for
Are you
that.
still
Everything-
running those
running that
ads?
I think the ads are due to end here in March, I think within a week
So
or two.
they
I'm
are
not sure of
still
the
running?
update. The one that is running is focusing on angel families. Have you seen that? It is the one that's talking about this is our why.
This is a mess.
This is why we work every day.
Okay.
It's for the angel
I've gotta
families
move
and their
on.
victims.
Yeah, I'm down to move on.
Dang.
You're right, John. I agree.
That's the death of a career right there. There's a few things that made that audio, which was great to hear, so important. One, she's losing goodwill on both sides of the aisle. That's never good for a Republican. When you got Republicans grilling you and Democrats grilling you and embarrassed by you and frustrated, because it's one thing to kill a bunch of innocent people. They can live with that. But a lot of politicians can't live with you wasting $223 million.
Damn.
Sadly. And that combo will make you unhappy, make unhappy people on both sides. The other thing is, she basically threw Trump under the bus.
She did.
The number one rule of working for Donald Trump
Is you don't do that shit there.
You lay
not
down
only do
on
you
that.
not do that, you get under the bus yourself.
Yeah,
Right,
you
that's
lay
why
down.
you're getting the job, and you know that.
Yeah.
Like it goes without saying.
Exactly. So by making it look like Trump authorized this, when his whole thing is clean up waste and fraud, drain the swamp, all this shit, and this is a very clear,
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a company formed 8 to 11 days before they get a bid for hundreds of millions of dollars from the government. They're connected to your people. It's clear nepotism. It's clear. It's all those things, right? Cronyism is probably a better word. It's all of that. So when you see that play out, it's indefensible. It makes him look bad. And again, her performance at these hearings is awful.
Horrible.
She doesn't answer questions well. She's getting beat up by, again, Democrats and Republicans. She's super combative. Some of them she mocks people. She does exactly what Donald Trump does. And let's be clear, Donald Trump didn't fire her because of how Homeland Security is operating. He didn't fire her because ICE is a lawless gang that's killing innocent people and violating every rule known to man. He fired her because she's making him look bad.
Yeah.
And she's making him look
She
really
broke
bad.
cardinal rule number 1.
Yep.
You gotta go.
On top of the fact that even if she did it the right way, like got the right companies and da-da-da, it's still a dumbass idea. We're going to run these commercials and these niggas going to watch it and go, oh, fuck, Fernando, we have to get out of here.
Right.
Why the fuck if commercials of them looking like, you know what I mean? Because the commercials look like it's for daytime television or for some like soap opera type of cop show
But that's what she
vibe.
wants.
And that was the whole thing.
Because she's in them and she's the star.
Exactly. But the fact that, let's say all that was legally done and done right, it's a stupid fucking idea that would slow anything down with illegals. That illegals will see that in English and think, we got to get the fuck, you see them guns on them niggas, we got to get up out of here. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. But and that's the other thing Trump didn't like is that these commercials, and that's what he was getting at here.
So
the senator was getting at is, this is self-aggrandizement. You spend all this money to make yourself a hero and and to make your face.
Yeah, make you the face of this shit.
Yeah, make you the face of everything. And this, imagine wanting to be the face of this.
Word.
Neutral button.